We are here for the reinterment of 5 Australian soldiers, and welcome to this, the Bucks New British Cemetery. My name is Colonel Lewis Coyle from the Australian Army, and I'll be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Can I remind everyone that this is a funeral, and I'd ask everyone to please treat the occasion very solemnly as a funeral. I'd like to also ask people to stay within the bounds of the ropes, because there are many moving parts to this ceremony, and we don't want anything to interfere with those moving parts. I remind you that there is in attendance today the Governor-General from Australia and the Prime Minister from New Zealand. Of the 5 bodies, the 2 have been identified, which has been an excellent result of research by DNA testing. The rest of those will be buried as known unto God. The Australian ceremonial contingent will be provided by 51st Battalion, the Far North Queensland Regiment. The 51st Battalion traces its origins from the 19th century Boer War and was formerly raised in Egypt in 1916. It fought in both World Wars and many notable battles, including the Third Battle of Ypres. Its current role is a regional force surveillance unit supporting Australia's border protection and is based in Cairns, Far North Queensland. I'd also like to remind you that during the ceremony, as the bodies are being lowered, there'll be firing by the party up on the butts. So please do not be affected by the firing of those rifles. I'd like to also acknowledge that the Belgian Navy Band is here courtesy of the General Van Dale, Chief of Defence, and the guard is provided by the Competentiecentrum Stoi Materieel on Producten in Ypres Barracks by courtesy of their commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Paul Vandenberg. For those that need conveniences during the ceremony, they are located back out on the road that you came in on. If you need first aid, please go to one of the uniformed representatives in the Australian Army uniform and they will help you. If you need help in any other way, please ask the uniform member nearest you. In the program, if you have a program, you'll note what is happening, the sequence of events, and when it's appropriate to stand. I will also remind you when to stand and when to be seated if you are lucky enough to have a seat. After the ceremony, we will disperse by bus towards Sonnebica after the official parties have left. So can I ask you, everyone, to please remain where you are until after the ceremony and after the official parties have departed. I'd also like to ask you now to please turn off all mobile phones and devices that will make a noise during the ceremony. Remember, this is a funeral and we don't want any interruptions. During the ceremony, floral tributes will only be laid by the relatives of the dead and specific members of the official party. After the ceremony has concluded and the official parties have left, there will be an opportunity for others to lay floral tributes. Thank you. We just wait now for the arrival of the official parties.